with the guitars, and you have 2 ranged weapons.
Yep.
It's just how good can you actually keep the guitars out. We have to find out who's going to jock for the first one. Saw Wess try to get a little antsy and see if he can catch a jump there. But first weapon actually going to be a sword here for Kyna.
This whole start here on Apocalypse 2 just shows you, like, the whole game plan is whoever wins neutral once gets that 50, then we reset. Like, that's you get one hit and usually you're going to be off stage. That actually didn't happen there, but Wess now sticking just to sidelight nairs. I like it. Don't try to go too crazy, because if you put yourself intentionally off stage, you're taking a guitar dare. So smart idea not to go for that. It's kind of switches over to the sword now. Yeah,
I mean, I think that's kind of definitely will not be able to get a weapon if Wess continues to start. I think that's probably what Wess's idea was. I thought he was going to just keep swapping weapons to make sure that kind of couldn't swap out of his. Kind of will finally get the guitars here. So guitars versus the spear. Nothing wrong with Wess's spear. I think he did most of his work on the lance, though. But yeah, that spear definitely had a couple of shining moments in the last match that we saw. Hey, right back over to the. Actually, doesn't seem like Wess has or kind of has a favorite right now.
Yeah, doesn't really not really preferring either. Or I mean, he's covering space, but I think right now you're going for consistent damage, and he's going to get consistently knocked out by that. His hit ratio on that was so good in the last match. Continues here into this one.
Yeah, that was the thing too. You know, you're talking about covering space, and then immediately drop that side stage, which covers like almost 3/4 of this map in itself. And so yeah, I mean, if Kyna was on the floor in front of him, did not spot dodge, did not jump over it, he was going to be gone, and that's exactly what happened. Kyna though does have the damage here onto Wess, just has to find a way to get that stock off. The bounce doesn't do it, though, of the side air. However, the second side air will do it from a different weapon.
I think one of the most impressive things that happened at MSI when Wess and Fiend showed up was how good they are at pushing advantage. And we see that play out between all these players here. I can't imagine what the world would be like for everyone else if Kyna and Power Ranger were also there. Because the advantage pushers we're seeing right now. Wess did it to everybody before, and Kyna is now doing it to Wess. That means that everybody else did get cooked the first time they see them too.
Yeah, and I mean, this is, again, another situation. Oh my, what a turnaround there. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish it off. Went for the down air instead of the ground pound. The angle then changing out where he was going to go, maybe expecting Wess to kind of stall back, but Wess was in sweat beads. He had no other option but to hold forward and just hope for the best. And now Kyna, though, still, he's going to try to get the stock off regardless of not being able to get it a little earlier.
Orion just refusing to get knocked out. All right, well, he saw through that one. Like every other time, yeah, he was spacing him out too. So Wess getting a little bit aggressive to try and go for awesome, hopefully to open him up. But Kyna just was really solid at holding his ground. That being said, very borrowed time right now on the stock, which is going to disappear immediately.
Okay. Yeah, that was, what a good way to keep this game even, but I have to say, man, Kyna, yeah, definitely could have taken this game. Well, kind of ran away with a little bit of a lead had he found that stock a little earlier. But now, pretty even game developing between Kyna and Wess. Nobody really getting a damage advantage just yet. Kyna now starting to kind of pull away here.
They're getting a couple of nairs, catching when it's landing. Wess has been trying to he's not trying to like vie for center stage. He's just trying to get like the sides so he can get a big combo started. You can see it. Like he's looking to hopefully get that one side light, get the reads going, and carry Kyna all the way off stage. Or for that matter, actually maybe hope he goes off. But that ground pound's gonna miss. That puts him off. And Kyna continuing this lead very well so far.
Yeah, and there's no reason for him to change up either. I think he's kind of slowed down slightly, but I think that's just kind of the way that you have to play. Wow, at that, what a swing!
No,
get off
me. Well, get on out of here too. Go on, get. That was another great recovery coming in from Kyna. It's like the sword isn't even like weak at all. 383, but the knockout potential that he always has with the guitars is nuts. And another almost 50 per engagement, 45 damage per engagement is so much to deal with. It's not. That's all. It actually 10 on average above Wess. 35 compared to 45. Even how close that was, I think most of that came from the end there. Look how minimal Kyna got hit on that last stock. It was just completely flat line.
Yeah, that's the way you do it. And as I say, he had one little situation where he was starting to get hit, and it looked like it could have been a little dangerous, but he swung out that situation with that neutral air, and then immediately turned that into a stock right after. So I know he's feeling good. Moving forward, do think that he slowed it down in the situation where he needed to, especially when Wess was starting to catch a little momentum. He slowed down. He's like, wait, let me get my good punish here instead of just kind of running in. And now, here we are, second game, Demon Island, doing it again. Wess taking mad damage right there.
I was going to say stage advantage to Wess being here on Demon Island, and I still, hypothetically, on paper, that makes sense until I watch Kyna do that again. Kyna is like, all right, well, now you have no platforms to hide on. That's cute. Now I can combo you even more with multiple dare reads, and it's continuing.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, too, I feel like with the way that Asuri is normally killing horizontally or down. So, you know, he's got a lot to work with. He can end up finding these. Oh, okay. Look like he's going to have to go up here, but unfortunately, yeah, Demon Island having that super high ceiling sometimes takes a little hard. It makes it a little harder for people who have to depend on those recoveries for the stock. Does find it there, though. Doesn't really even take that much damage.
I like what he did, too. He stayed right in center, controlled center stage. Said, all right, look, all the combo game is nice. Now I know you have to get something started. So once I see you go for a whiff on a side air, free recovery punish. If I do take a side air, I'm at ledge at best. So that was really smart from on Kyna.
Okay, man, Wess actually not going to be able to, okay, nice. Doesn't actually, we're looking for the dodge out. Does get it, but doesn't go the right direction. Okay, Wess kind of reaching. I mean, there is a lot of, you know, range covered on those SIGs, but this is a larger stage, and yeah, if Kyna's that far away, I mean, he must be expecting him trying to run in on him, but Kyna, again, has, even though it looks like he's playing super aggressive, has been more on the punish game. Yeah,
that Spirit D-Sync was so good at, like, covering if somebody's trying to hover around you, but once you start going like deep in, you go for the big play, like right there, you heard the startup, you try to go for it again. That means that you're feeling lost, and Kyna is going to see that as like, oh, hey, this is my cue to just let you swing first.
A wild option right there for Kyna to go for the ground pound, but yeah, he is, I mean, still, you can swing first, that's fine, because I'm always going to have the right punish. Look at that, jumping over there, getting the gravity cancel D-Light into the recovery, and now Kyna, you know, kind of looking like his game before this, where he's up. He's got 2 stocks before he loses 1. Always working on a potential 3 stock here. This time against Wess, though, which is kind of crazy. He definitely could have kept that up if he decided to just swing that neutral air, but opts to go back to the ground.
You know, it's one thing that we saw this gameplay out of the previous match with a pretty, like, big record.
Yeah.
And this one's only a small record difference between the two, but the fact that we're seeing a very similar thing again, we're kind of, it's going to finally get hit by the Spirit D-Sync that covers a lot. He was right next to him. Makes sense. In the scramble, it's like, okay, if you press a button, I probably win here. He's still facing a 2 stock full fresh deficit to what is a borrowed, getting very damaged here on his last one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the craziest part is just, you know, kind of, you wouldn't expect this to be the gameplay, as you said, you know, between their record. Because their lifetime record actually set 3-3, but it doesn't look like that with the way that Kyna's playing.
Yeah, this one had community tournaments involved as well.
Yeah.
So, like you said, in official brackets, 3-3.
Yeah.
So even, not trying to break that set count difference. Something that Kyna is doing so well is how well he's playing grounded. Like, he starts off the game hot, gets big combo strings with Katars, always resets to the ground. But right here again, just waits it out, waits for that. And what did we say before? With punish gameplay, he knows that Wess always wants to swing first. That was revealed when Wess went for 2 SIGs in a row after not doing any. That means you're starting to reach, like you said, and that means I can stay grounded because I know for a fact you're going to go airborne and I get my free punishes.
Okay, we actually got a swap here too as well, man. Coming away from the Orion to Orion's Arch Nemesis Artemis. Pretty interesting to see, you know, the swap right here. Also, sick lore, but
True.
But yeah, no, it's going to go ahead and swap
Team
over
Orion.
to Artemis.
Well, so I guess this point it's like, I need more reward off advantage because the Scythe was, excuse me, not the Scythe. The Scythe is the swap over between that and the Spear. And the Spear was working so well game 1.
Yeah.
After game 1, it started to shift away. He kept getting whiff punished repeatedly. So I guess going with this here guarantees when he gets at least a hit, he's going to get a good reward out of it. That being said, that actually hasn't happened so far.
Yeah, I mean, he is literally another situation where, you know, you're actually playing this weapon where normally when you start off with the Scythe, you want to you know, get a couple 2 and 3 hits and stuff like that. Start reading people's air dodgers, start conditioning them. Hasn't been able to get anything crazy started for him though. The damage looking way better here on the side of Kyna to Wess. Also, yeah, I actually don't know whose team I'm on between Orion and Artemis. I think I like Artemis just because I love when people start to spam me on 6 because it's funny.
I like Spear D-Sync, and I'm also a big fan of the Battle Pass skin.
True.
It's actually incredibly good looking, so that's kind of the winner for me. But Artemis here, like you said before, you still have access to your lance, which is what we've known Wess for years. But trying to switch things up a little bit with that side, it hasn't done too much, but I do like the changes of pace that seem to be coming here from this stage, from this character pick so far.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't think the Scythe did a crazy. I mean, weirdly enough, you know, the damage that the Scythe did was enough, but it was like the way that that Wess got that damage wasn't like normal Scythe damage, output. It's not like a bunch of strings. It was just a couple stray hits here and there. Speaking of strings, though, does find that. What a pickup from Wess.
OD. That was so scary to even go for, because just before that, Wess burned his dodge, saying he got punished for it on another read. What does Kyna do at that point? Oh, okay, I'm going to go push advantage. And then he GCD lights and says, haha, nope. Like, that is so scary to even attempt to do when you're getting pushed like that.
And then come with me with the recovery as well. That recovery is
come with me if you want to live. Lies.
Yeah. That recovery is sitting pretty horizontal, too. So there we go. Shots out one more time.
Wait a minute. Actually, this is starting to work. The sidelight coming through is going to get him before he gets the wall touch. This got to be like the first lead we've seen Wess hold in a little bit of time now.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it hasn't even really been off the SIG hit that much. I mean, he did hit that side 6, some good stuff, but mostly he's just playing better on the Lance right now, or at least kind of like mixing up. Kind of can definitely still make this a game for him and take this 3-0, but he's going to have to get this stock off right now. He does have the damage at the very least. It is not going to be enough off of that recovery. He is going to swap over here to the guitars, though.
Kind of just missing after he burned that dodge. He wanted that side air. It's not going to connect, though. It doesn't matter. Gets the recovery off. Going to go ahead and close it out. But one of the things that is interesting, I feel like Wess kind of almost amped up in his gameplay a bit after he got that reversal stock, which those moments actually will fire you up sometimes.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, like, that's a momentum shifter right there. So, and it looked like that's was working, but it seems like the momentum might actually be shifting back to the way of Kyna. Another situation where Wess is going to have to keep Kyna out. Does manage to do such with the little 2-piece right there, down light into the neutral light. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a dodge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he almost had it, too. Tried to catch him on the nair on the way down and tried to catch him aggressively landing there, but it's not going to matter. Sweat beads on, though. This is opportunity for big punishes, and he got it.
Okay, yeah, that was nice. I mean, he managed to get a lot of his resources back, but still, hold on, man. Might be able to finish this off. Does get the dodge straight up right past. Oh! Neutral sig, not going to be enough.
Not going to be enough here on Apocalypse. Just not going to land directly in front. Decided to hover at the idea of going to the platform. That's 2 in a row, though. Wess has pretty much just needs one good side air off of Kyna, and he can take it out. It's not going to be enough just yet, though. Goes out there to try and go get him. Does he go for the ground pound? No, weapon tossed down instead, TK.
Okay, yeah, I mean, and that's, unfortunate because I feel like he definitely needed that Lance to probably win. He could still do it here on the Scythe. Throws that one away, too, though.
Said, I do not need that. I'm going to get right back to the Lance. And he's going to find it, and he gets it to game number 4. That, he needed that. Like, yeah. I mean, obviously he was about to get knocked out into elimination, but he needed that moment overall. There's that play we saw before, just prior to that. Got that GCD light to get the reversal after he burned his dodge, where Kyna wasn't expecting that. And then afterwards, it started to claw its way back. And like, I think you were very right on the fact that the Scythe wasn't necessarily the answer, but the few times that it did get hits, it felt much better than what we were seeing out of the Spear prior.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that Spear, I feel like it wasn't getting anything done for him. So, yeah, good swap over here to the Scythe. I will say that I think right near the end of that game, he kind of conditioned Kyna to look for the side sig because he was just kind of throwing him out. Kyna actually did get a couple punishes, but you could see the range where Kyna was playing was like right over where it show up so he can jump back in. And then, yeah, just wasn't expecting the side light, apparently. So, good stuff to Wess. Great patience to go ahead and get that game over Kyna. Kyna's going to take it back to Small Brawlhalla.
That's actually a really good thing that you pointed out just now, too, because the entirety of how Kyna won the other games was with punishes. And he kept reading them perfectly on it, but that time, Wess finally tripped him up. Can he repeat that, however, is the big thing, because you got me once, can you fool me twice?
Yeah, that was actually a super scary situation, too. Kyna almost, potentially could have lost that stock relatively early, had that ground pound into whatever follow-up he needed to hit. It's pretty far away from the stage as well. Oh, okay, getting a couple reads here from Wess as well. Wess might have activated just a little bit.
Edge, maybe. I mean, kind of tried starting off the game with a speeder on the stock, looking for that GCD light recovery in the skies, and he hasn't really backed off, which I think is actually kind of playing against him all of a sudden. You're going to get the side air. It's not going to be enough. Weapon toss forces him to go low. He can't really do much about that, so he gets back on, but he gets the read again. Does not commit to recovery, though. I don't think he was, he believed in it enough, and he whiffs on that one. Rare miss.
All right, rare miss indeed, but man, look at the damn. Okay, yeah, I was like, someone's got to lose this stock sooner than later. My man was in the deep red, and yeah, went a little ham for it, a little over extension right there is going to allow Kyna to get that stock, but he does at least have some good damage onto Kyna, and we are on Small Brawlhalla. So, we should be seeing these stocks drop a little quicker. Just has to find that hit. He can't find any space yet. There it is.
I really like the way that Kyna is playing this right now. Everything about what you have is a borrowed stock, so you might as well get one hit, get out. one hit get out, because that was going to find a mark, a side air was eventually going to find a mark, something was going to knock you out, but at least you were able to get like 5 straight hits in there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, like, you could definitely just see the way that he has been able to play around that. Surprisingly, he actually got hit by that one, but I think there was a little bit of a mix there where Wess actually threw out a neutral stick, so now he's probably like, well, let me not stay too far into the air. I don't want to get hit by that either. And Wess was able to, get that nice side stick to actually hit.
Wess in a relatively uncomfortable spot, though, going for a recovery to try and make Kyna pay for pushing a bit too far. But Kyna constantly facing around. That being said, he rips him off stage. It's now his turn.
Okay, cannot get him back off the stage, though. Saw him looking for another neutral air. Now he's off the stage himself, kind of holding him over here to the edge. Again, the whiff punishing has been mostly kind of playing so close to you where you feel like you need to swing at him, but then he's like, actually, Jukes, instant transmission, I'm over here.
That is so good. His tempo shifts are so good. You go from being so aggressive to slowing it down, and that's hard to adapt to even at this level.
I mean, truly, and it's the way that he's slowing it down, too, because it's not like I'm on the other side of the stage now. He's just not swinging until you swing. And
he's
like,
right there with you still. It's just,
yeah.
All right, but now I'm not the one pressing buttons. You're the one pressing buttons, assuming I was going to jump.
Oh,
he finally catches one of those neutral lights off the side. He's been looking for that repeatedly, and look how much he got. He got like 5 hits out of just getting that one. That's why he's been looking for it so much.
It refreshes the weapon, too, so just in case he gets hit, he doesn't have to drop it. Does grab himself another set of guitars, and this game is looking all but done. Wess can't close it out right here. No, actually expected maybe a dodge in, but no, kind of going to strike and hits. The recovery is going to take that last stock and the set right here for Kyna.
Kyna going ahead, moving forward into a guaranteed top 3 finish, which is not a sentence that is unfamiliar to Kyna whatsoever. Like we said, PR number 2 over there, just behind Power Ranger, which...
Kyna coming off of that Bodvar pick onto the Asuri pick is going to be a big switch up for them, but they still kept that read-heavy gameplay, and Hammer is a weapon where people really think of those heavy hits and those quick swings, but Kyna played it differently. They focused more on getting those dodge reads, those turnovers into the Russian Mafia, into the big string of hits together with that high damage. Now he's on the guitars. It's different, but it's a bit of the same thing. It's taking what you already memorized and bringing it onto a new weapon, but that's not what we're going to focus on too hard today. Just a little bit of history for you guys. On our clips here today, we're going to be talking about how Kyna likes to play that disadvantage state, because that disadvantage state is played very differently, especially in the whole South American region. They like to go for a lot of wake-ups. They like to go for a lot of reaction-based plays, and just this clip alone should show you what kind of player Kyna is. If you're getting pressured off stage like this and your idea of making it back is a GC downstig in the middle of the sky, just off stage like that, then you're a different breed of player. It doesn't get the KO, but it gives you an idea of what I'm going to be talking about today, that kind of wake-up reaction-based play. So you're coming at me, all right, JK, I'm coming back at you. Continuing on, we have a clip here that is very interesting. You can see Wess gets the 1-2 hits there. The 3 goes for the 4th one, and instead of just kind of eating it or anything like that, Kyna wakes up with the sword neutral air. Not on the ground yet, just gets a quick nair, plays it off of it, and now that Wess is disarmed off of that wake up, it's a very big power play for Kyna with the unarmed Wess already in the red. Goes for the quick 1-2. You can see Wess wastes the dodge right there, and it is the downlight recovery that sends them off to the top. Situations like this are where Kyna seem to have thrived a lot. You coming at them, and it's like, okay, you're coming at me. Actually, I'm coming at you. Same thing. In this situation right here, you can see Kyna is getting beat up quite a bit here. Gets the nair turned on them, and it's like, all right, that common approach off stage of that scythe recovery. They turn you back, and they're going, okay, I'm going to spike you to the side with my recovery. Wess goes for it, Kyna sees it coming, lets them go for it, and it's that kind of lineup where it's like, okay, you messed up. You're the one that's actually at fault here. I'm going to hit you with my recovery from underneath, and this could be very dangerous because if you're in this world and Wess doesn't throw out this recovery, you recovery backwards. Now you're getting further away from stage. Now you're in a dangerous position, but Kyna, he's playing off reactions. He waits it out. He goes for the proper option. It's going to be a quick KO right there and turn around for that stock, getting another lead for them. Another one there. You can see it right quick. It's a quick little thing, but the side light goes into the side air. It's not a true combo, so he gets away for free. This isn't as much of a disadvantage, but it is going to be a punish that comes through. And then right here is what's interesting. After this side air, Wess going for that hard edge guard, you're thinking, what is Kyna going to do? It's not fear at all. It's not that slow motion gameplay at all. It's not waiting. Right back at you, claps back with a recovery, takes the game themselves. It's that quick decision-making, that reaction-based gameplay that gets Kyna ahead on these stocks. And what led to that kind of set take right there with the 3-1 over the opponent. So good job on Kyna, and the casters will show you what's next.
like we said before, man, heavy with punish gameplay. And the fact that that wasn't even just on stage. Most of what we saw was a lot of on-stage gameplay, but that recognition with how well he played, anytime there was an overextension from Wess, Kyna was always there. That's hard to rebound from overall, TK.
I mean, it's just crazy to see how Kyna is able to play like